24. School has started, the leaves are changing, colors of the clinics and hospitals across the nation. That means one thing: flu season is on its way. In the U.S., flu season traditionally hits between November and March, and to help protect yourself, the CDC recommends that everyone have their 6 months and older receive their flu shot before the end of October. On this edition of Whitney's Health Check, I'm joined by Toma Memorial Hospital Employee Health RN Josephine Piper, who's here to help fill you in on what you need to know to protect yourself and your loved ones this flu season. Thank you so much, Josephine, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So just want to point out before we get too far into things that if you do want a flu shot, you can go out to the Warrens Walk-In Clinic for the hospital in Warrens. No appointment is required. You can just walk in for that.
Not at all.
Okay. So flu shots.
Yes.
Okay. Now, when we talk about flu shots, before we jump into flu shots, let's talk about the difference between influenza and the stomach flu. Because I hear all the time, oh, I had the flu, it was terrible. And that was like 2 days and mostly vomiting and diarrhea. That's not really influenza though, is it?
No, that's not the influenza we're talking about. We're talking about the icky winter, aching, coughing, headache, contagious influenza flu that people can die from.
So influenza really is a respiratory issue with like the lungs. I'm
Coughing,
primarily
wheezing.
a lot of coughing. Like I actually had influenza years ago and it was the worst. I mean, I literally, it felt like a truck ran me over and then another truck hit me again and then a big pile of rocks was dumped on me. It just felt awful.
That's what people say.
And I coughed so much that I threw up. I mean, but vomiting isn't really a normal sign.
Not
of
usually,
influenza.
but you can cough enough that you would throw up or feel like you're going to throw up.
And stomach flu, which is also common in winter, is primarily down here, right?
Yep.
So we're looking at the digestive tract, not the respiratory tract up here.
No, we're talking about something that we can try to prevent by having a vaccine. It's caused by a virus.
Okay, so let's go into the flu vaccine now.
Okay.
Right, so can the vaccine make you sick?
No. Well, it can. I mean, people get sick sometimes after they've had the vaccine. It's not because of the vaccine.
But it's not going to cause influenza.
No, it's not going to cause the flu at all. It's not a live virus. It's a dead virus that they incubate, and we give you a flu shot so that you can develop immunities against the flu.
Okay, so when you say it can make you sick, what you're saying is that you could, after the shot, not feel super great for maybe a day.
A day.
Okay,
a day.
But not going to cause actual influenza.
No, not at all.
Okay, so now there are some things we can do to protect ourselves in addition to getting the flu shot during this flu season. Okay, so we've got some things here, right? Number one is probably washing your hands.
Yes.
Right?
Especially before you eat.
Okay.
We don't want to put anything into our mouths that could make us sick.
Okay. So washing your hands, or this is obviously not soap and water. This is
hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer. Yep. So using hand sanitizer properly, which would be, I'm just going to demo this. You want to get a large enough drop on here, so it's going to cover your hands, right? So you see that large enough drop, and I'm going, and my hands are wet, right? Now, if I do this.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
No. You got to do it till it's dry.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right. So other things that I can use. And you said for your kids, you have children.
I do.
You make them a flu kit, don't you?
I make them a flu kit every year. I have 4 of them all piled up because I work. I don't have time to take off of work so that I can take care of them. So usually I have things similar to what we have at the hospital that we use. I have tea to help them to feel better. Honey helps with sore throats. You know, sometimes you might get not necessarily to get the flu, but you could get a virus that gives you a sore throat. Please don't give honey to children under 6 months old.
Okay. And so if I wanted to use honey, would I just like drink it? Like would I just get a spoonful
You can't
of
put
it?
it either. You can either put it in your tea or a little teaspoon or so can soothe your throat.
Okay.
Yes.
Can that help with coughs too?
It can. It coats the throat, and you can use that as kind of a cough suppressant.
Okay.
A throat lozenges
honey?
also help quite a bit, depending upon what kinds. Anything that'll make your throat feel a little bit better.
Okay.
There's something here.
This one's called Cepacol. It can be that or anything really. That's going to like, is it kind of numb the throat? Is that what we're talking about?
Sometimes it can. Peppermint's a great one as well.
Okay, just peppermint.
Peppermint.
Okay. Okay.
And sometimes using some kind of a saltwater gargle. People complain about having a little bit of sore throat this time of year. It's dry. So use a little bit of salt. We can give you the recipe, or you can look it up online. But a little salt in some water and gargling with that.
And just like, how much is salt?
Usually a quarter of a teaspoon in a cup of water. Okay. And then you just gargle. And then studies have shown chicken noodle soup does really work. Chicken broth works, and we just saw that segment before.
Chicken noodle soup
helps a lot with making people feel better.
So pretty much like what my mom always said. Well, just drink fluids and have soup. That's really what people can do to stay healthy this season. All right, so get your flu shot. And the CDC recommends to get it, if you can, before the end of October.
As soon as possible now.
Okay, so now, because we're already into October, right? So, well, thank you so much, Josephine, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I'd like to encourage everybody to get their flu vaccine and then to stay healthy by washing their hands pretty often during this flu season. Don't forget that you can find this and past editions of Whitney's Health Check on the Links 24 Facebook page. When we come back, April and Cody will be filling you in on what's coming up in your community. Don't go anywhere. Right, see?